Have you ever pondered the geopolitical implications of China's growing influence in Jamaica? It might seem like an unlikely pairing, but the ties between these two nations have been tightening over the years. China's presence in the Caribbean, and particularly Jamaica, has been steadily increasing. This has not been a random occurrence, but a calculated move by China to strengthen its economic and diplomatic ties with the region. In the early stages, China has been focusing on building solid relationships with the Jamaican government and establishing itself as a significant trading partner. This has involved financing infrastructure projects, signing memorandums of understanding, and becoming more deeply involved in the economic fabric of the nation. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's more to the story than meets the eye. As China's influence grows, so do the concerns and questions. What does this mean for the people of Jamaica? How has the Jamaican government responded to this foreign influence? Is this a partnership of equals or a situation of dominance? But how did China start to gain this influence? And what has been the response of the Jamaican government and its citizens? As we delve deeper into this intriguing topic, we'll uncover the nuances of this international relationship and its potential implications for the future. Before we delve into the current situation, let's take a journey back in time to understand how China's relationship with Jamaica began. The initial contact between these two nations dates back to the 19th century, during the era of indentured labor. Chinese laborers seeking better opportunities migrated to Jamaica and significantly contributed to the local economy, specifically in retail business. This laid the foundation for a relationship that would grow stronger over the years. Now let's focus on the pivotal year of 1972, a significant milestone in the history of Sino-Jamaican relations. The two nations formally established diplomatic ties, marking the start of a new era of cooperation. This was not an impromptu decision, it was the result of a series of negotiations and meetings. Key figures played instrumental roles in this process. On Jamaica's, it was the then Prime Minister, Michael Manley, who was an enthusiastic supporter of stronger ties with China. On China's side, Zhou Enlai, the first Premier of the People's Republic of China, played a critical role in fostering this relationship. This formal diplomatic recognition was a strategic move by both countries. Jamaica, it offered the potential for economic advancement and increased global stature. For China, it marked their continued efforts to expand their global influence, especially among developing nations. It opened avenues for cultural, economic and political exchanges that were previously inaccessible. The immediate impact was profound. It began with an influx of economic aid from China to Jamaica, which helped bolster Jamaica's economy and infrastructure. This historical context is crucial in understanding the depth and complexity of the relationship between China and Jamaica. It sets the stage for understanding China's current influence in Jamaica, which we will explore in the next part of our video. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into the intricacies of this geopolitical relationship. The story begins with China's Belt and Road Initiative, a global development strategy that has reached as far as the Caribbean. This ambitious project, launched by China in 2013, aims to connect Asia with Africa and Europe via land and maritime networks. The goal? To enhance regional integration, increase trade and stimulate economic growth. One of the key regions where this initiative has taken hold is the Caribbean, where China has been diligently cultivating economic and diplomatic relationships. These relationships are not random or arbitrary, but part of a larger, well-thought-out strategy that's been unfolding over the past decade. The Belt and Road Initiative is not just about building infrastructure, it's also about building alliances and aiding in critical issues like climate change. China has been successful in regard, making investments in Jamaica towards renewable energy projects and climate resilience initiatives, and signing memorandum of understandings with various countries, marking the start of a deeper engagement in these regions. One such country is Jamaica. In the year 2013, a significant agreement was signed between China and Jamaica. This agreement not only marked the start of Chinese engagement in the region, but also highlighted Jamaica as the centerpiece of Chinese engagement in the Caribbean. As part of this agreement, China committed to investing in sustainable energy infrastructure, aiming to help Jamaica combat climate change and foster resilience. This was a strategic move by focusing on Jamaica and contributing to its environmental initiatives, they were able to gain a foothold in a region that has been traditionally within the sphere of influence of the United States. This move was not only about economics and geopolitics, but also about promoting sustainable development. The Memorandum of Understanding between China and Jamaica was more than just a piece of paper. It was the beginning of a relationship that would see China become a major player in the Caribbean, and specifically in Jamaica, not only economically, but also as a partner in climate action. With this agreement, the stage was set for a growing Chinese presence in Jamaica that would include significant contributions to combat climate change. Little did anyone know just how much this relationship would change the face of Jamaica in the years to come. One of the most visible signs of China's influence in Jamaica is the infrastructure development. China, through its Belt and Road Initiative, has made a remarkable imprint on the Jamaican landscape. The ambitious project has seen the construction of highways, bridges and buildings, and it's not stopping there. China Harbour Engineering Company, a state-owned enterprise, has been at the forefront of these large-scale projects. They've constructed the North-South Highway, a modern road network connecting the capital city, Kingston, to the northern coast. This has drastically reduced travel time and has been a significant boost for local businesses and the tourism sector. Another noteworthy project is the development of the Kingston Container Terminal into a major logistics hub. This massive investment by China has transformed the port of Kingston into a transshipment point for goods moving between the Americas and Asia. By making this upgrade, China is positioning Jamaica at the center of a global trade network. However, these advancements have not come without criticism. There are concerns about the terms of the loans funding these projects and the potential debt trap for Jamaica. Also, there's the issue of low wages for Jamaican workers. Despite the massive inflow of Chinese investments, many Jamaicans feel they are not reaping the full benefits. Reports suggest that Chinese companies are paying Jamaican workers less than the minimum wage. This has led to discontent among the local populace, who feel they are being exploited. The Jamaican government's involvement and its response to these issues have also been of contention. It's important to note, however, that these are complex issues. The economic benefits of infrastructure development are undeniable. The construction of highways, ports and buildings has created jobs, stimulated local economies and improved connectivity. Yet, the question of how these benefits are distributed and who really profits from these projects remains. While these projects have undoubtedly transformed the Jamaican landscape, they also raise questions about economic fairness and sovereignty. One of the most controversial aspects of China's influence in Jamaica is undoubtedly the toll road built by China Harbour Engineering Company. This massive infrastructure project, although a testament to Chinese engineering prowess, has been a hotbed of controversy for several reasons. Firstly, the toll fees. Many Jamaicans feel that the tolls are exorbitantly high. The fees have been a point of contention from the start, with many locals arguing that they are prohibitively expensive and disproportionately affect the less affluent. This controversy is further fueled by the lack of transparency in the agreement between the Jamaican government and the Chinese company, leading to questions about the distribution of the toll revenue. Secondly, the role of the Jamaican government in the deal has come under scrutiny. Critics argue that the government has been too accommodating to the Chinese, overlooking the potential negative impacts of the project on the local population. They question whether the government has effectively balanced the need for infrastructure development with the needs and rights of its citizens. Finally, there's the impact on local communities and the environment. The construction of the toll road has led to displacement of residents and disruption of local ecosystems. Environmentalists and local communities have raised concerns about the impact of the construction on local water sources, wildlife and vegetation. The toll road controversy is a clear example of the complexities and challenges of China's influence in Jamaica. It underscores the need for a careful balance between economic development and the preservation of local communities and the environment. As China's presence in Jamaica continues to grow, controversies like this are likely to become more common, making it a critical issue to watch in the future. Another concern is the acquisition of Jamaican land by Chinese entities and the subsequent political implications it brings. This concern resonates deeply within the heart of every Jamaican, the fear of losing control over their very own land and their nation's autonomy. Unfortunately, this isn't just a fear, it's a reality that many Jamaicans are grappling with. Chinese companies have been buying up Jamaican land, often at prices that are viewed as a steal. These purchases are not limited to land needed for infrastructure projects, a part of China's Belt and Road Initiative we spoke about earlier. They extend far beyond that, creating a sense of unease among Jamaicans. The political influence of China in Jamaica is becoming increasingly noticeable. The Chinese government's close relationship with Jamaican authorities has raised questions about the future of the Caribbean nation's partnership with the United States. Jamaicans themselves are not indifferent to the indiplomatic relations. Let's turn to social media to gauge the public sentiment. On platforms like TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, the voices of Jamaicans ring loud and clear. They express their apprehensions, their fears, and their frustrations. A sense of skepticism and mistrust towards China's rapid influence is palpable, yet not all negative. Some Jamaicans see the potential benefits and the promise of better infrastructure and the hope for economic growth. There's a dichotomy of views, a divide between those who welcome the investment and those who fear possible political manipulation. The growing Chinese influence in Jamaica is a complex issue with both positive and negative aspects. It's a story of development and fear, of progress and potential political interference. But above all, it's a story that continues to unfold, shaping the future of this vibrant island nation and its international relations. Another dimension of this complex issue is the lack of transparency from the Jamaican government in its dealings with China. Many Jamaicans feel that their government has not been fully transparent about the terms and conditions of the agreements with Chinese companies. The details of these deals are often shrouded in secrecy, leaving the public in the dark about the extent of Chinese investment and influence. This lack of transparency extends to major projects. Many Jamaicans feel that there is little to no public consultation before major decisions are made. This approach has led to a sense of exclusion and disregard among the citizens, stirring unrest and further mistrust. The impact of this lack of transparency on public sentiment cannot be overstated. It fuels the skepticism and fear towards China's influence and erodes trust in the government. The lack of transparency from the Jamaican government adds another layer of complexity to the issue of China's influence in Jamaica. This, combined with the land acquisition issues and the controversies surrounding the Chinese toll road, presents a multifaceted challenge that Jamaica continues to grapple with. So, what can we make of China's influence in Jamaica? In the grand scheme of things, we've seen an intriguing narrative unfold. China's initial engagement with Jamaica began rather innocuously, with trade and diplomacy at its core. As time progressed, the Asian giant ventured into infrastructure development, erecting structures and utilities that have indeed aided Jamaica's development. However, this relationship has not been without its controversies. The acquisition of land by the Chinese, often at rates deemed too inexpensive, has raised eyebrows and stirred public sentiment. Furthermore, the issue of low wages paid to Jamaican workers by Chinese firms has added fuel to the fire. Public opinion has been varied, with some Jamaicans appreciating the development brought in by the Chinese, while others voicing concerns over sovereignty and economic exploitation. As China continues to expand its global influence, the experience of Jamaica serves as a compelling case study of the opportunities and challenges that come with it. China's growing influence in Jamaica is not just a local issue, it has also had implications for Jamaica's relationship with the United States. The US, like many other global powers, has been keeping a close eye on China's expansion in the Caribbean. The US State Department has expressed concerns about China's increasing presence in the region, highlighting potential economic and security risks. This has added a new dimension to the US-Jamaica relations, which have historically been strong. The strategic implications for both the US and China are significant. For the US, maintaining a positive relationship with Jamaica and other Caribbean nations is crucial for regional stability and security. For China, expanding its influence in the region can be seen as a strategic move to counterbalance US power, particularly in the context of the ongoing US-China trade war. As China continues to expand its influence in Jamaica and the Caribbean, the impact on Jamaica's relationship with the United States will be a key issue to watch. As we continue to delve into the complex dynamics of China's influence in Jamaica, it's evident that the situation is multifaceted. The historical ties between China and Jamaica, which began with the migration of Chinese laborers to the island, have evolved into a significant economic relationship under the Belt and Road Initiative. China's infrastructure development in Jamaica, including the controversial toll road project, has been a significant aspect of this relationship. However, these developments have also raised concerns about land acquisition, lack of transparency from the Jamaican government, and the potential threat to Jamaica's natural resources. The implications of China's growing influence in Jamaica have not only shaped the island's domestic affairs, but have also affected its foreign relations, particularly with the United States. The strategic implications for both the US and China are significant, and the impact on Jamaica's relationship with the United States will be a key issue to monitor closely. As we continue to observe China's global expansion, the case of Jamaica provides valuable insights into the potential benefits and challenges of such influence. It's a delicate balance between economic development and preserving national interests and sovereignty. As this intricate story continues to unfold, we will keep you updated on the developments. Stay tuned for more insights in our next videos.